What's up, guys? It's Jimmy Gaming here. Yes, it's me, Jimmy, and we're back for another episode of Is It Good? This time, we're looking at CSR Racing 2. And a friend had asked me, probably about a week ago, if I thought this game was good. Because he saw tons of stuff about it, but was just like, I don't know. So, I'm here to show you about this game, because it's something I've been playing, and it's really big right now, and it's awesome, and we're going to take a look at it. I'm going to show you with my starting car. It's the Scion FRS. You know, it's nothing special. Looks pretty cool though. So this is one of my garages. You get a bunch of garages, as many as you need really, because you get free cars through the rare imports and stuff like that. So first I want to take a look at upgrades, because that's what really matters to me in racing games, because I'm a huge fan of car racing games. It's the upgrades. Now, it's pretty simple. You know, you have your engine, turbo, intake, nitrous, body kit, tires, transmission, and you have stages just like any other game. But you have these things right there that are fusions, and you can add them on that give you a little boost. You see, I have a couple here and there. And right now, because of a certain uh, event that's going on, my body kit's not all the way up, my intake's not all the way up. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of with how they set it up is you have a turbo. Period. There's no supercharger. There's no difference between the two. There are other games that there would be a difference from having natural intake compared to having the supercharger, the turbo. This game doesn't have it. It's pretty linear with the upgrades. There's not really too much to put you ahead of another person. There's not a stylistic kind of design. You max out your upgrades and hopefully you're better at shifting. That's what it really comes down to. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you also have the tuning section. Again, the tuning could be better. It kind of tells you where the best tuning is. Um, oh, I didn't even realize that my nitrous was in the wrong spot. But you see what I mean? At the top there, it was at 100. Now it's at 135. So let's move it up a little bit more. Oh, that's too much. Let's bring it down a little bit. You see, it tells you where the optimal boost settings are. They tell you the same thing with the last gear. Same thing with the tires. Um, and then you have like test runs. I don't actually want to do that. You have a dyno. I'll show you real quick what that looks like. But you can see, oh, I just made my quarter mile time go to 13.462. And my half mile to 21.723. So it wasn't a huge difference making the boost better tuned, but you know what? That is a big deal at the same time. So I'm gonna get into a race, into the event that I am in right now, so I could at least show you how the game progresses. Because you know what? The graphics are really nice. You could see just in the garage that there's nice reflections, nice textures. The cars look amazing. The models are spot on. And even the graphics in-game when you're racing, it doesn't look like you're on a cell phone game anymore. It's not mobile graphics. This is like PlayStation 3 kind of graphics. Xbox. I mean, look at these. That's not too bad. The backgrounds could be a little bit better, but the cars look amazing. Look at that. You have reflections. You have actual reflections on there. It's wonderful. And, I mean, look at the smoke and the sunset and the fire. The graphics are very pleasant. So now that we're at the starting line here, now this, I don't remember if it's a quarter mile race that I'm at or half mile, but it doesn't make much of a difference. Um, so the race will not start until you press the gas pedal on the right. You have your nitrous on the left. So once you do, like any game that's racing and you have that kind of thing, you want to get into the green. You shift on the green. It's pretty simple. I just hit NOS. At this point where I'm in the storyline, you know, my car is maxed out, so, you know, there we go. It's easy wins for this category. I haven't completed everything yet. I'm still in the process of it, but it's very fun. You see, I got 13.6 in that race because I didn't hit the clean start. But it's not too much of a big deal, at least at this point. There is a difference in live races, though. With live races, you have to launch your car. So you're hitting the gas and then you hit the launch button. So it adds another aspect that does mess things up. And at this point, I haven't done too much live stuff. I'm going to show you just so you can see how that is, if it's something that you would enjoy. Because that's really the purpose of this video, to give you an idea on, is the game good? And even before I finish, I do think that this is a good game. It is very fun. Like any other free-to-play game, you know, they're going to have enticements to make you pay money, but you don't need to. You know, there's so much customizable options, which I should go to the body section afterwards. Just challenge this random guy, see what happens. Or maybe this one. Here we go. Oh, someone's challenging me. That's fine. We'll accept it. I'm not going to bet anything. We're just going to see what's going on with this. Alright, so... what was I saying? Alright, well, the live area, PvP, it is actually PvP. It's real time. There are some glitches just because, you know, it is what it is. The tier 1 cars don't have launch, but the ones after, and I messed that up there, but we'll see if I can pull this. Probably not. I don't do too much live, to be honest, just because I feel like you need to have everything 100% maxed, or you do get the floor wiped with you. Yeah, see, I mean, even in my projections, I'm not even that low. And all the tier 1 cars are pretty much the same. It does feel like there are certain vehicles that have advantages over others, which, sure, completely makes sense in the real world, but in the video game world, I mean, I don't know, it feels, I don't want to say arcadey, because it is arcadey, but it seems like, you know, everyone here has the Volkswagen GTI. Everyone. All aside from a couple of us morons that have the FRS, and this guy that has a Ford Focus. So, you know, that's kind of what I see each tier that I've gone up to. There's a car that dominates, and pretty much if you don't have that car, if it's not maxed out, you're not going to do super well in the live events. And that's just being honest. Maybe there's balancing that needs to be done, or whatever it may be. Let's see what this tier 2 is. You know what? I'm just going to try to race him, see what happens. He might be doing something. So pretty much you need to have the same car, and then you're just battling who has the quicker fingers. Alright, I'll race this guy anyway. So that's the upsetting part, because I like the variety. I don't want to be pushed into a car, especially when the game pretty much gives you free cars. I don't want to actually spend money to buy cars and then all the upgrades, because like any other game, once you get up the tiers, they start getting more expensive, the upgrades, I mean, as well as the cars. But we'll see what happens with this race. I mean, he's in a tier 2 car, but he might be mostly stock. Oh, alright. That's not satisfying at all. But, you know, that's pretty much the idea of this game. It's very simple. There's quarter-mile races, there's half-mile races. You have... I thought it was going to say that I wasn't awarded because he left. Sorry about the delay. So, I forgot what I was saying. Oh no. Let's try with a different thought. Let's take a look at what the map looks like, what the different icons are, give you an idea on what things there are able to do. So you know there are events that are pretty much daily, there are some weekly events, crew race events, not battling, but more so leaderboards. So in the first section here, we have your ladder on the left there. The middle are like the campaign story mode kind of stuff. You have your just generic races, your rookie, amateur, pro. Um, Not a big deal. And then this is one of the uh, special events. It's 13, 14 hours left, whatever it may be. And you have your tier 2 over here, your tier 3, 4. Nope, sorry, that's just the center. 4 is right here, and then 5's over here. You also have daily battles where, if you played the first CSR, you'd understand. Uh, you get the same car as your CPU opponent, and you just have to beat him. And then what's nice about this one is you get different prizes. Mystery ones, you get keys, which the keys, I will show you what they do in a minute. I don't have enough to open up anything, but you got those. You can only do it once every 4 hours, so even if you lose that race, you can't do it again for 4 hours. I am not happy about that, but it is what it is. Prestige Cup is that crew event. You need an Audi R8 to do that one, so I haven't done that. I completed that other event there. So let's go back to the main screen. I'll show you two last things really quickly. I guess this one's more of a, hey, look at this game, than rather, is it good? I already know it's good, but hey, I gotta keep everyone happy with cool games. I don't want to just show games. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. So you have your livery. That's like what I have going on down the middle of the car. You can change your license plate. You could change the paint, which are a ton of options. You have your calipers. Sorry if that's making anyone dizzy. I am getting dizzy from that. You can see that they're kind of blue in there. Showed that real quick, and then I'll show you lastly, two more things. The one is the rare imports. This is where they are trying to suck you in to get money for the fusions, those things that you can add on to your upgrades. So you have your bronze keys, your silver, your gold. The bronze keys are fairly easy to get a hold of. You can do that by missions and things like that, such as upgrade this part, you'll get a key, or some gold, or some cash. Or something like win X amount of these races, do 2 daily battles in a day, things like that. You do get one free bronze section that prize every 4 hours. So you see I have 2 hours and 43 minutes left on that. You can get different parts and upgrades on that section. There are tier 6 upgrades that you can only get through this area. Not a huge fan of it, but it's great when you finally get it for your car. You just, yes, that's what I needed. And then you can get free cars through there also. You see in the other two that you can get anywhere from 1 star to 5 star, the other one 3 star to 5 star, which are nice cars. And then every time, excuse me, you buy a bronze one, for example, you get 1 token, or 1 spot on the 10 loyalty points, I guess I should have said. Once you hit that, you get a stage 6 upgrade part. So it's really awesome. The last thing I do want to show is the car selection. Why not take a look at what's available? I'm not going to go through everything, but I will pretty quickly, just to give you an idea. So you can search through tier 1 cars. There's not too many, but you can see here that there's a bunch. So there's a tier 1. Let's take a look at the others. I mean, there's 5 tiers, but you can just see here that there's a lot of brands. Don't expect it to be like a console version of a car racing game. You're not going to open Chevy and have Chevy Volt. You're not going to have Cavalier, Impala, Camaro, Corvette, everything together. With the Corvette, Chevy, you have 4 different vehicles. But with Dodge, for example, which those 4 vehicles, 3 were the same, or 2 or 3. But then let's look at Dodge. You also have 4 as well. You have the SRT Hellcat, which is nice. And then you have the LB SRT Hellcat, which you can only get in rare imports, which means you're going to be buying keys unless you're winning them and you're really good at that. I have the SRT Hellcat and the Viper GTS both because they came free. I wouldn't spend the 1,400 gold. The 430,000 you can get. You can grind to get that kind of money, especially once you start getting up in the higher tiers. Uh, but that's what's nice about the game too. You can grind it out and make the time worth it. You get enough money to get your upgrades. You just got to be patient. Once you start going up the tiers as well, once you hit the 4th upgrade for whatever part it may be for your car, there's a waiting time. So tier 2 might be an hour, tier 3 might be an hour and a half. At tier 4, it's like 3 hours. It's a little upsetting, but like I said, you just got to be patient. But the game is very rewarding. Definitely check it out. CRS Racing 2. So that's it for this video. Yes, it is a good game. Definitely check it out. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share the video, anything. Please support me. I plan on putting out a lot more videos, things about this game specifically, different races, different cars, upgrades, and all that kind of stuff, more detailed stuff, as well as keeping this system alive, the series rather. So, I'll see you guys next time.